Hi guys, and welcome to Keeping Up with Kia P on my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe button and let's move on, okay? So today what we're going to do is some resin casting. And what I have, I just want to show you a couple of things that I've done already that I thought was super cute, right? That is so adorable. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer so you can see the detail in it and how adorable it looks. Super pretty, super pretty. The tray is see-through as well, right? So you can kind of see my hand through it. And then it's got the matching shot glasses. This is for sale. That is for sale. Contact me and it could be yours. Also, I made a little trinket box. Super proud of it. It looks expensive. It looks cute. It looks grown. It looks sexy, right? And kind of girly too because it got the glitter, right? The top is solid, nice. Everything looks nice and good. Then it's got the bottom. Right, really cute. Also for sale, really cute. Just want to share those items with you guys. Oh, also I did this one. This is recent, right? Oh, super cute. I really like the square box. It's my favorite because it's just so elegant. And that's the cracked glass, yeah, in purple, very cute. Okay, so today the technique I'm gonna use, because I did a tray and some glasses, the bottom of the glasses with paper. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. So what I've already done is I pre-cut the paper that I had left into hexagons to fit inside the coaster molds, okay? And this will be my first set of coasters, so if they come out all right, they'll be for sale as well. And then I did a different type of black paper for the back because I wanted it to look really nice, right? Really professional, really clean, and I'm hoping that everything goes well. So I've already cut and layered each one of them, right? Position the paper down, and so I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my resin. I have a 2-part, and I just go ahead and combine them in the cup together. So tonight I'm going to start, because I don't have too much left, but I'm gonna start with 8 ounces. So I'm gonna pour 4 ounces of the epoxy resin, 4 exact ounces, and it is always good to have additional lighting, which I do. I don't have a mask on, and I probably need to go grab it real quick. And I think I will. But I do have my gloves on. I have my fan going. I have my windows open. So we are well ventilated. Lots of air flowing through. So let me get my mask, because we want to always be safe. And I don't have a ventilator, respirator, or whatever, but I have a pretty good covering. It's thick over my mouth. So I hope it don't distort the video, but we'll be safe, okay? So I have my exact 4 ounces of resin. And so what I always do is I go ahead and I pour the hardener in, because I don't like to waste any mixing or transferring. Try to transfer as least as possible. That way I'm not losing anything at this point. And so I'm gonna get my spatula here. Got my trusty spatula, and I'm gonna stir it. And that tends to work for me. So far, I've casted quite a few items. I've did a lot of shot trays and glasses, and I've only had 2. I had an eruption with one cup, and that's because I put too much acrylic paint coloring in it. So today I'm gonna use, when I do the other items, I'm gonna use some dyes. And I'm just gonna stir it up, and I'm using East Coast. And I've worked with this a few times. Well, this is the only thing I've worked with. Well, I worked with another brand, but and it was okay. I mean, you know, this works pretty all right. I've heard it does have bubbles, but if you use the heat gun, and the second one, speaking of heat, the second one, I think that I torched the mold as to why it stuck so bad, to where I had to throw the whole mold away, the whole set of shot glasses, and start over. And I was sadly disappointed, but you live and you learn. Right? And so I'm just stirring lightly, and I don't know, like sometimes you can see I'll even get a bubble to come out. I like bubbles for real, but we have learned to work with this product because this is the first resin I've worked with, and I don't want to spend a lot of money. My goal is to make money and not to spend a lot, and to provide through technique a solid product. So if I have to stir and I have to let it sit a minute, because I find that that works. Just kind of letting it sit for a second tends to get some of the bubbles out too. So I'm gonna let that sit while I prepare to add some additives to this, because I'm gonna add some glitter to it, right? So we can pour all of these. Also, I may go ahead and pour the base for this grinder mold, right? And I got some things I want to do with this too. So, and then in the grinder mold, while that's sitting just a little bit, because I have time, I'm going to add the gold glass. That's gorgeous. I hope you can see how pretty that shines. Oh, that's gorgeous. And this is by Colorpore Resin. I like some of their stuff so far. It's been all right. It's been pretty okay. So I have some gold glitter here, just some regular fine gold glitter, and I like the fine. It just kind of gives it a nice shimmer on the inside. I don't want to do too much because I don't want to take away from the pattern of the paper. And this technique allows, I mean, your designs are endless with this. When I did and I'll try to incorporate a picture of the set that I did of the paper once I edit the video. But once I did it and saw what I could do with the paper, I was like, oh my goodness, I mean, I can take some nice, pretty design paper, which I do have some more of some roses that I'm going to do after, coasters, because right now I'm just making product. And once I get to a trade show or whatever this is going to lead, I will have things I can sell. So that's what I want to do. So far, it's been doing really good. But I've literally fell all the way in love with this type of art. So, right now what I'm going to do, I got my glitter in there. It's just the clear and glitter. Real simple. I'm going to bring these over too, just in case I have some extra left over. I'm hoping that I do. I can start to pour the base in these. And then you'll see how we do those as well, okay? Alright, so let's start to pour. And I'm going to pour from high because that kind of helps with the bubbles. And this is just a solid pour. We don't need nothing extra because everything is in the paper. And we just want a nice solid pour. Alright? And we'll come back and make sure all of the edges. I've learned with the Hexagon, you have to really get in these crevices because they can have bubbles in them and cause the edges not to come out nice and sharp. And this might be it for this. And I might have to do another mix because I don't know if this is going to be enough to fill this mold too. But that looks so gorgeous. Even on the back, it just looks real galaxy, stargazy, real bold, sexy. So this is I think this is going to turn out really, really cute. And of course, I'll make sure I show you the finished product. And I like these little spatulas. I got these at the dollar store, Dollar Tree. And they are amazing because they wipe the silicone cups. And I find the silicone cups to be perfect. And the plastic, you can get those right at the Dollar Tree. You can scrape the edges of the cups real good, getting everything out. And that's what you want, alright? And make sure everything is out. Still got just a little bit in there. I want it all. I want it all. Yeah. Alright. So we're gonna have to pour a little bit. But what I'm going to do is make sure everything is positioned, poked down, like it should be. That the paper is down. The paper is down. Pushing the bubbles up. Like that one had a nice Nice bubble. There's one there. Pushing all the bubbles up and keeping the paper nice and even with the angles, right? I want it to look really nice. Like that one needs to be gently pushed because they are full. And that's good because it gets the resin in between the paper and encase it into to the cast. And so you just, you know, kind of do that for a little bit. You do have to babysit this. You have to babysit it for a minute. You do have to babysit. And I'm gonna wipe off that too because I don't want to mess that up. So what I'm gonna do is grab one of these spatulas out this kit I got from, and this is also pour. What is it? Color pour. This is also a color pour product. Shout out to them. They have some cute little stuff, and they are affordable. Like this kit, I think was $12, and I got it half off at Joann's. So shouts out to Joann's Fabric for having you know, good coupons. Yep, good coupons. So I'm gonna take a spatula, a little small spatula out of this kit for right now, because it's plastic and I don't have to really worry about the resin sticking to it, and I can just kind of work. That was bothering me. That little stick was. I just want to make sure everything is nice and submerged down and stays pretty much in place. And that's kind of the thing that you have to see. This one is doing real good. This one is doing good. I don't really have to worry about it. It's just this end here, and I know it's because this one does not have a lot of resin on it. That seems to be doing good. That is doing amazing. So we're gonna, because this is kind of lagging over a little bit, so I'm gonna scoop that in, keeping it nice and clean. Oh, I like this little tool. I like this. Thanks, Colorport. This is a cute kit. And please, if you are watching and you like so far, hit subscribe. I'm just keeping it clean and neat because that makes the product, you don't have to do much to it. And this one is going to be perfect. And I got a few bubbles, so I'm going to use this spatula to go in and pop, you know, what I can. I'm going to push this down some more. Letting all that resin come to the center. Push it down. And hopefully this time it'll stay, because the resin is probably getting harder and harder as I work with it. And I'm giving it time for all of the bubbles to come to the top, so I don't have to heat it too much, right? I just have to do it slightly. Just ever so slightly. And it's, you know, I can, when I push down, it's a babysit it just a little bit. But each time it's getting better. It's just this corner over here. Just it's gonna be a little booger. So now I got to keep my eye on it for a second. Meanwhile, while we're doing that, I'm gonna make sure we are throwing away our trash as we go. Keeping the workstation nice and neat. I'm gonna come back and do that while these are sitting. I'm gonna keep some of these bubbles out nice and easy. And sometimes I hate using the heat gun because it blows the resin around, but you just kind of circle it ever so, it can kind of work and get it nice and clear. And it just kind of helps you clean it up a little bit. And it truly looks amazing. It just makes it sparkle and shine. Clear it up. Time to sit and for the bubbles to come up, so you don't have to. Hopefully this will be the only time you just the one good time. Just want to make sure it's clearing it up. That is so pretty. You don't want to heat it too much. And I've learned, I'm trying to not grab my torch because that last, when I did that to that resin mold, I was like, oh, that has scared me to where I just don't want a torch at all. And this has been working. It's just not as quick as I would like, but we do get the job done. Just kind of have to work it a little bit, and it don't beat it as much. And I got this tool off of Amazon. It was like $13, so it's a little investment. To use a blow dryer, I've seen. I'm one of them type of people. I like to have, you know, the tools to make the job easy as possible. And these are going to be pretty, so you can use these on either side. That's how pretty they are. And you can stand back. Cleaning up some stuff. Because like I said, I don't want to... that's what I didn't want to do. Because it's like this mold here. It's cool. And that's alright. I'll fix it. I'll let it be clear. It's still over then. Cannot do what I want it to do. I don't want to fix it. Alright, I don't want to. I may hit it just a little bit because that torch, boy. And what I'm doing is just kind of cleaning up because, like I said, I want it to be nice and easy. And once the resin runs over, it will continue to do so. So I have to like literally clean it off the edges of the mold and bring it in. And that's okay. That's the perfectionist in me. And I'd rather clean it now than have to do a lot of touch-up later. So I'll take that, right? And then this, I could just kind of, and that's the beauty of silicone. I love it. And we're back to being nice and neat and clean. Still, like I said, these edges. So for my edges, what I'm gonna do again, push down, make sure everything is down again. And I'm gonna hit my corners. Making sure we get up all the bubbles in the corners because they're there. All around these edges, and just pull it in. And that way it's not spilling over, but you're getting everything. And push the paper back down again. And that's okay. We're gonna get there. It's just work. It's work and patience and all of that good stuff. Again, I'm coming into these corners, edges, making sure I get resin down in there and lift any of the bubbles that could be in those corners, because that will make the cast come out with sharp edges that's not clean and crisp. And we want clean and crisp. Clean and crisp. I learned that when making my first box with these hexagons. You have to make sure that you get into those corners really, really, really good. And these two are holding. This one, it's holding really, really good. I'm just going to touch up and bring it around. I just want to make sure all of the edges, again, everything has resin down in it. And make sure it's good, it's down. This is a really good one. I'm just going to put it up. And I'm going to come back. I think I'm going to torch it once. Once I'm completely done with it, I'm going to torch it once. And then we're going to be done with this. And I'm going to let it cast and do what it do. Okay? So while it's doing that, I know that these two are finished. So, real quick. That's it. I'm not gonna do anymore. Now let me put this over here, and we're gonna pour probably four ounces. So there'll be 2 ounces of epoxy, 2 ounces. ounces. Well, a little bit over. Yep, okay, perfect. And let's mix it up. Let's mix it up. And what I'm gonna do is finish out like this mold and this mold. And that one can use a little bit. That one's perfect. That middle one has more than enough. It's gonna sit nice. And I want those to sit like that too. So we're gonna mix, mix, mix. Then I'm gonna pour my cup. I'm gonna use it as a cup, a nice little, you know, iced tea cup, or they say pot, but I'm gonna use it as a cup. Because I checked it and I think I can, and that's what I'm gonna do. All right. And in the world of art, you can make what you like. That's the beauty of it. So that could have took maybe about 9 ounces. Maybe about 9 would have been really, really good. I could have completed that whole set. I got a bubble too. I'll see it. Nice big one. Boop, boop, boop. Right there. Another one there. Yep. You just kind of babysit for a little bit. And then I'll heat it again. I know there's things I can do. I could heat my resin before putting it in to get the bubbles out. But again, I haven't had any issues. I just prefer I'll work and babysit to cut costs. So I think that's pretty good. It's looking pretty clear. It's looking pretty clear. Mix it just a little bit more. Just to be sure. And it is. Okay, get my gold glitter. This is going to be, I'm going to use the bigger side. That way more comes out. Yep, not that much. 2 shakes of a tail. As I've heard people say. I hope these come out as beautiful as I have pictured them in my mind. I hope. One can just hope, right? So, as we prepare, we're going to feel a little bit of this one. Get it just a nice rise. Yep, I think that might have did it. And then this one. This one can use quite a bit. See what happens. I think all is well. I'm gonna let that sit before I pour. Little torch. Forgot I had you guys on. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start pouring the base first. Or the teak, as they say. Cover the holes and pour the teak. So this is not gonna have a magnet. And so for this, you are to go into each hole. So I'll start here, go into each hole. I think I'm gonna use the tool that I brought down here to do this with, because it's a round here and it's going to not cut the mold, versus make sure we're getting down into these holes, each hole, and you can kind of see the little bubble from when you pour the resin in there that just kind of forms from that reservoir, so you have to kind of work it. Each one of these got one, and I can see them. And then that'll give the trays time enough for them to settle. And then I'll work back and forth on the two. The cup I'm gonna do a separate video for, because I'm gonna do a color resin for them. And so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of working the resin around in the mold, getting all of the bubbles to come out of the reservoir where the teeth are forming for the grinder. Right? And so that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go back over it, and that'll have time to set. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to keep some of the bubbles out. That's good. Right on up. That is good. And that's all I'm doing. Without having to tilt it. I don't want to tilt it, so I'm just going to continue and clean it. Nice and clean. And some of the bubbles up. Yep. Somebody said spraying alcohol on them, but I don't know. I've never done it. And then I did do it on that set of glasses that day, and so I don't know if that may have caused it, my mold to mess up like it did, but I didn't like it. So. So I'm going to do the same to this, turn up any bubbles. Clean up any over excess, which I do have right here. I have another paper towel. And then I'm gonna finish the pour, and then I'll come back and show you guys the finished product, because that's pretty much it. What I'm doing now is what I've done before, is clean up my edges and pull it into the center from when I blue dried. I used the heat gun to get the bubbles out. And if I just go ahead and do it now, clean up my edges, I don't have to do it later. It's a bubble. I'm trying to get that out. Yeah, if I go ahead and clean it now, I won't have to clean it later. Don't have to do a lot of clean up later. And I'm just popping some bubbles. And everything looks okay with that. Got a couple of I'm just gonna clear. A quick clear up. And that's it. If I see more, then I will So this one I can go ahead and fill because I've already did the centers. And this is going to be a complete bottom, like so. And what I'll do is turn that like that. Now, if this has a little bit of overpour as well, so I'm going to come around and pull in. And this is going to be the bottom. Come around and pull in. Alright. And that is the bottom of it on the side. But I want it to be nice and even because I am that perfectionist like that. When it comes to my art. So, yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. Alright, so for the top part, I'm gonna pour just a little bit in here to even it out on the other side. It wasn't. And I'm hoping this comes out okay, that this mold is not messed up. I'm hoping that's not the case. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get with the person on Etsy. Because that's where I got this mold from. And it looks somewhat handmade. So I like gold, I like black. So in this one, I'm going to put on the top, and I hope this does not seep down into the teeth. I'm going to put some of this on. That's in my top layer. Just to kind of give it a little I would love to put some, maybe on the top of this. I know it's unconventional. It doesn't make sense either. I want something on the bottom of this. And I didn't really consider what it could do because it's my first time using this mold. Yep, it's alright. Because I think I'm gonna do well, it's really hot. I just kind of I'm trying to add these gold, whatever they are, to it because I like it. And I probably went about it the wrong way, but I love it in here. Alright, so I'm going to put some more. I'm going to use this one just a little bit. These little color pour tools are amazing. I love them. So I I would definitely recommend this little kit because this little tool is amazing. It is perfect and small and gives me just what I need. I'm gonna put those little bitty ones in there. Alright, that's what I need. So I'm gonna spread these out because I'm done. Yeah. Just like so. A lot of care and patience. I'm gonna probably speed this part of the video up because there's no need for the tediousness. You'd have to suffer through this part of it. This is gorgeous. This is pretty. Sparkle and shine, baby. Yes, okay. This, we're gonna look that back to you. Just want to put a little bit. Just a little. So, give it a nice, smooth base. Perfect. This, I'm going to do a, do I have a sticker for it? I'm going to add, what's it? And the rest of the resin for this part. Go up. Go on. This might come out kind of cute. Stick these sides. If I can stick these sides, to get it right where it's supposed to be. Couple more. Come on. it has like a groove that I'm trying to make sure I get filled in here. It's like right along the rim of it. So I'm trying to make sure we fill that area. You say you about to have a nervous breakdown? My daughter starts virtual school in the morning, and she is like literally going through a big old mental thing about it. Poor baby. Who would have known? Alright. Little trusty tool here. This is a joy. Like this little thing is a joy. It just cleans up everything so well. To where you have like little to no waste. I'm literally scraping around and putting the excess over here. So I might have to put just a little bit. going to conclude these videos on this particular items. I will come back tomorrow and share with you the finished products. Hopefully we have a success. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Most of all, thank you for subscribing. Okay? I'll be back with more videos. Bye-bye. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my channel, Keeping Up with Kia P. I came back to go ahead and demold the coasters and the grinder that we made the other day, right? So we're gonna demold these so you can see what they look like. Remember, I'm gonna bring you back up to speed. We did the black paper base for the Hexagon coasters, and we used the paper and a resin with glitter for this one. For this one, we used the letter. Should go that way. A letter in the top with gold glass, crushed glass, and the gold teeth. So we're gonna unmold these and see what we have. Okay, so that's the base, and how I just kind of loosen up around the edges. Hope all the edges came out. One of them I might have to put back in and fix it because the paper around the back, and I'll show it to you, did not stay down like it was supposed to, so it created an indentation in it, which is fine. It's an easy fix. And and there we have it, right? That came out pretty cute. That's the back, that's the front. Now I'm gonna fill this because it has a little little bubble indentation right there. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. See it right there. So I'm just gonna fill that with some resin and just re-put it back in there, and that should do the trick. Okay, so that's that one. Edges came out pretty good, nice and even all the way around. So that one came out okay, other than that little bubble that was underneath there. So I hope that that's it. I can remold it. Put a little bit in there, put it back in the mold, and let it sit, and it'll straighten it right on out. So that's what I'm gonna do for this one, right? And then we're gonna check the others. Same thing. Go around the edges, really good, and then take the center out. That came out perfect. That's perfect. See? Yep, nice and pretty. So that one's good. That's a good to go. And I'll tidy up the edges, sand them just a little bit so they're not so sharp. So that one came out nice. Let's check this one. And this one seems to be okay on the back. Maybe a little bit of sanding because it went over the lip a little bit. But other than that, it came out pretty good. Came out pretty good. That's pretty. And so what I meant by it came over the lip right here. Let me see if I can position it so you can see what I'm talking about. See that little bit of lip right there. So let me see if I can position it where you can kind of see how it came over. Just a little bit right there. And that's fine. You can touch that up with some sandpaper. Okay, so that's 2. Came out pretty good. Now this one is the one I told you I'm gonna have to put back in because of the indentation, and I don't know if the light will catch it, but there it goes. Right there. It's like a little indentation that needs to be filled with a little bit of resin, and that's fine. That won't take much, just a little drizzle. And we're gonna loosen this up and see what we have with this one. Hopefully everything came out okay, and it did. And it did, no bubbles. So we just have one that came out kind of funky, and then this one with the indentation on the back. But other than that, I think they're cute, right? I think they're cute. And so these, once I tweak them and fix them, they'll be for sale as well in the store. Nice little coaster set. All right, so we got those out. And then let me find that one that I need to fix on the back, because I'm going to put it back in the mold so that we can fix it later when I do my next pour, okay? So that's two that needs to be kind of tweaked a little bit, and that's fine. We can do that. That's not hard at all. So next is the grinder, and we're gonna demold. I have been so anxious to just go ahead and demold it, but I was like, no, I'm gonna save it for the video because I want to see if we did it right. So what I'm gonna do is pop it right out, and it looks like all of our teeth are there. That is cute. Look like all of our teeth are there, and that's how it looks from the side. So it's gold. I like gold and black, right? So the only thing on this is the lip, just a little bit needs to be sanded to smooth out. But other than that, the top part of it is quite nice. And all the teeth are nice and sharp. So let's see what the bottom turned out to be. And the bottom don't have a lot of it's quite thin. See, that's the bottom of it. But as you can see, I have this little extra. And what I'm gonna do right now, because I just don't like that, is I'm gonna take my cutters, and these are normally what I use for my jewelry, and I'm just gonna cut that flash off all around it, because I just kind of don't want to have to do a lot of sanding. So we'll cut it, and then that way, and I'm just cutting the flash. See, and that kind of gets that off of there where I don't have to do a tremendous amount of sanding. I could just kind of run it over it, and it'll smooth it right out. But that's the bottom, right? And then the teeth, all of the teeth came out okay with that, and that's it. Put your substance in there and grind it up. And you have a cute little personalized herb grinder. Some people, and I will next time put the magnet in there, right? Put a magnet in there, and this don't really leave room for a magnet in the bottom one. So I will probably either have to get a flat something and put it in there, but I think it's gonna do exactly what it's designed to do. Okay, really cute. I like it. Really cute. So that is the unmolding of those two projects. So thanks again for watching. Right? And then the coasters. Yeah. Thanks again for watching, and we'll come back and share another video with you later. Bye-bye.